Hi Northwing, hope you've had a really good weekend. Now, our story for this week is called The 100 Decker Bus. Now, some of you will have seen this already in school by the time you watch this story video, so it'll be a nice opportunity for you to see it again and see if there's anything different that you didn't see the first time round. So, The 100 Decker Bus is by the author Mike Smith. And it says, all aboard for an amazing adventure. Buy your ticket and take a seat for an exciting journey on a very unusual, very big bus. And it looks a bit bigger than a normal double-decker bus. How many decks does a double-decker normally have? Yeah, 2. Okay, this has got rather more, hasn't it? Let's find out. It was a Tuesday morning like any other. As usual, the bus driver finishes his cup of tea at 5:57. As usual, he puts on his jacket at 5:58. And as usual, he climbs into his double-decker bus at 5:59. At 6 o'clock exactly, he started the engine and drove out of the bus station. So everything seems quite normal, doesn't it? Just like every other day, the man with the huge red tie got on at the roundabout. Just like every day, the lady with the pram got on at the library. And just like every other day, the noisy children got on at Clover Drive. The driver sighed. He was bored with every day being the same. If only we were in that hot air balloon, he thought. We could float up and away and anywhere we like. Then he noticed a little road that he'd never seen before. I wonder where that goes, he thought. The bus driver turned down the little road. This was not his usual route. It was exciting. Before long, the bus was heading out of the city and into the countryside. Excuse me, said the man in the red tie. Where are we going? I don't know, replied the bus driver cheerfully. Anywhere. The bus carried on. It came to new and different towns with new and different bus stops. This was an adventure. Look, if you look closely, there's some speech bubbles. The driver is saying, would you like a lift? These people at the bus stop are saying, where are you going? The bus driver says, anywhere. Before long, the bus was full of happy people who had no idea where they were going. After a whole day, they reached the sea. End of the road, said the driver sadly. We can't stop now, said the lady with the pram. Let's take the ferry. So they did. Look, the bus has gone on the ferry over the sea. Where are you going? Asked a group of sailors on the ferry. Anywhere, said the driver. We're on an adventure. Will you give us a lift? Asked the sailors. We'd love to, said the driver, but we're full up. So the sailors had a long think. The sailors worked hard all night, hammering, clanking and drilling. And the next morning it was a gleaming triple-decker bus that drove onto the shore. So now it's got 1, 2, 3 decks. And look, the sailors have made their own new deck on top of the double-decker. So there's 3 decks now. Word got around that a big bus was in town. And soon it was full again. So the passengers got together to build deck number 4. And look, they're building the number 4, the 4th deck. Things were going very happily on the 4-decker bus until, uh-oh, what's the problem? Can you see? There's a tunnel a bridge and it can't fit underneath. No problem, said the school children. We've got an idea. And they invented a clever way of going under and over bridges. And look, they've got special legs that take the decks right over the bridge so the double-decker can still fit underneath. There's no stopping us now, they said. And decks 5, 6 and 7 soon followed. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 decks now. On the bus drove. Look, and it goes all the way around this map. It goes round. Would you like a lift? Getting more and more decks. Coming round over this bridge, look through this area here, getting more decks. And the further it went, the taller it got. Look round here, right round through the mountains, look. Wow, where are you going? Anywhere. Here it comes. And look, the bus stops are getting fuller and fuller with people wanting to join this huge bus. After 2 months, the bus passed through a very hot country. So deck number 30 became a swimming pool with a deep end. Look, there's a shallow end and it goes into a deep end. Look, it's even got a diving board that you can dive in. So that's very high up on the bus now. That's deck number 30. Wow. 6 months later, the bus was taller than the tallest skyscraper. Wow, it must have lots of decks now. And a year after they had set off, the bus was 100 decks high. The passengers had a huge party that lasted all night long. Look, can you see? They're having a big party on the 100th deck. They've got a bouncy castle up there, look. Can you see? Wow, lots of things going on. It was the very next day that the noise started. Oh dear, said the driver. It's going clunk, clunk. The day after that, smoke started coming from the engine. Oh dear, said the driver. And the day after that, the bonnet blew off. Oh dear, said the driver. The poor bus had broken down. Everyone got off and looked at each other. Where are we going? They asked the driver. Nowhere, he replied sadly. Suddenly, someone with very sharp hearing said, What's that noise? I can't hear anything. I thought I heard a voice. Is it somewhere up there? And they all looked up. And we'll have a little look now because this is a clever bit and I'm going to show you now. The page opens up and it shows you every single one of all the 100 decks of the bus. So here they are. So when the book opens up, we can start at the bottom of the bus, look, that's broken down. And we can see all the decks right from the very bottom. And I'm going to move you up through all the different designs. Look, can you see there's the swimming pool? So that's deck 30, if you remember from the story. And oh look, there's a little forest here, all the way up to the very top, where there is deck 100, look, with a bouncy castle that's collapsed at the moment. Would you like a lift? Shouted the man in the balloon. Look, everybody looks up. That's what everybody's looking up at. So there is the 100-decker bus. So let's carry on the story. And they all floated up and away and anywhere because this was an adventure. And look, there's so many different balloons now, all attached to the very top of the 100 Decker bus. Look, can you see floor 100, deck 100, where the bouncy castle is? And then they've put loads of hot air balloons, all different shapes and sizes. Look, can you see all sorts of different colours? A bee balloon. And all those hot air balloons are lifting the 100 Decker bus up. And their adventure is not over yet. Their adventure is just beginning. Where do you think they're going to go next? And you know, sometimes stories like this finish. Look, there they are, floating off. There's a 100 Decker bus and there's all the hot air balloons floating off into the sunset. This is called a story with a cliffhanger ending because you just don't know what's going to happen next. You can make up the ending in your mind. So where do you think they will go next? That is the question. Okay, so you've got loads of different activities to have a go at this week at home. Now, we'll be doing some of the little focuses in the classroom for those of you that I'm seeing at school, and the rest of you, for the rest of the week, you've got lots of other things that you can be doing, okay? Have a look at the activity grid. Make sure you upload everything that you've done this week, and I will get back to you with some feedback for those. Okay, so I will see you on Wednesday this week for the next video, and it's going to be a maths one, and then Thursday we'll have our phonics one again. Okay, so you take care. See you soon. Bye.